Okay, we're trying to use the gimbal.
You gotta use you gotta put the English in your wrist. English.
Oh, no. This is no good. How do I go back the other way? Oh, okay. We're trying here.
Adventures in new technology.
Yes. We are at Esther Short. Let me turn the camera around so you can see. This is Esther Short Park, which is... Yeah. This is what Esther Short looks like, which is basically Vancouver's downtown, and you can see there's the iconic...
That's a great picture. Man, the cameras.
You like it? So we are starting our Ridgefield driving tour, and we're starting it in downtown Vancouver, so you get a little bit of reference when we post the video of where we are.
How about just the slate? Today is Wednesday. It's a beautiful July day. Right now, 73 degrees. I want to say not a cloud in the sky, but I guess. I don't see anybody somewhere. Can you get a picture of this roundabout?
Yes, so this is a roundabout and that's the new waterfront to the left over there. So we're giving you guys a little tour. You can see we've got our dash cam hooked up, and we are headed out to Ridgefield. But I did want to show you how cute downtown Vancouver is.
And they do, throughout the summer, they have different events. A lot of them are coming back online now.
Yes.
So different events, performances. Every time we come out here to meet with our run club, there's always something going on. So just a great park, yes. Great place to be.
The construction that you saw is the playground. I think it was destroyed, and so they're currently rebuilding it. So that was the construction that was happening. Okay, so I'm going to turn this around, and we're going to have a little bit of a conversation on window up.
Or you need me to go around again? Or?
No, you can follow the instructions now.
And what's the reason for wanting to do this for folks?
So, okay, I don't know how to work the gimbal, as you can tell, but...
If you double click the back, I think it'll at least kind of recenter it.
Well, that's what it did to recenter it, so...
Is it any better than holding it in your hand, natively?
I don't know.
Bear with us, guys. We're trying to take our production value to the next level, but there's growing pains.
A learning curve for sure.
And the fact that we don't practice at home doesn't help, being totally honest.
So the reason we're doing a Ridgefield driving tour is essentially what it is, but we're orienting you from downtown Vancouver, is because I have a lot of clients who have come to me specifically over the last year and have... I thought you were muting us. And who were ultimately deciding between Ridgefield and Camas. And we thought that was a little bit interesting. I've sold homes in Ridgefield, sold homes in Camas, really all over Southwest Washington. And I started to notice this trend where more and more people were directly comparing Ridgefield to Camas. And that sparked up an idea that we're like, let's let people know about Ridgefield, like what it's like. Okay, so the thing keeps
wants to
going
follow
as we're turning,
which is weird though, because it should be locked on you.
Okay.
When I face.
One of the people we follow says we're struggle streaming, which is essentially what we're doing. So should you consider Ridgefield? I think that Ridgefield is a great option for people who want to be close enough in that they can be within 20 to 30 minutes of things. Ridgefield in and of itself is a very small town. Less than 10,000 people live in Ridgefield, but it's also been the fastest growing city in the entire state of Washington.
That's noteworthy, you know, because I mean, in a fast growing state, to be the fastest growing city in that state, like I never thought about it like that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like Washington is one of the fastest growing states. Ridgefield is one of the fastest growing cities
so that
in that
begs
state.
the question, why, right?
Why? Yeah, why is that? Is there a way to just like lock this?
It'll pull out the instruction manual.
Oh no. Every time I look away and then look back, it's like on a different shot of us. Oh, there it goes, trying to turn it. Well, now you're getting an idea of what's going on. Okay, this is just getting worse and worse by the minute, babe. Okay, maybe we should end this stream and then come back on. Okay, not our best word, folks. So now you know what goes on behind the scenes too. Like, this is what we struggle with to put out videos like fairly regularly. So Ridgefield is very interesting because it is a small town. There aren't the suburban amenities you would expect. So to give you an idea of how quote unquote rural Ridgefield has been in the past, for a USDA loan, HUD has to qualify the area as being rural enough because USDA loans are designed for people who are going to live on farmland, people in the agricultural field. You don't have to be in that field, but the area has to be an agricultural area. And it's a way for them to assist people, I think historically, assist people who might have been working on a farm who wanted to start their own farm and didn't have maybe the finances to do that. USDA loans are zero down loans.
Did you do a video about USDA with someone, an interview?
I don't think we did a full video about it, but Hans and I talked about it in our...
Okay, I'm thinking about the Washington bond, which was with Rebecca.
Yeah, we did that one with Rebecca.
Are there enough opportunities for USDA where we were doing a video about it, or no?
Yeah, there are, especially in the outskirts. But in Ridgefield specifically, it's interesting because you can get a USDA loan. So the HUD says it's rural enough for you to get a USDA loan, but there's so much new construction. You could technically get a zero down loan on a new construction property in Ridgefield because the only qualification is that you have to be able to qualify for the loan and that it has to be within the boundary that HUD says you can purchase the property in.
Not to interject, so we just left downtown Vancouver, as you guys know. We just left Esther Shore Park to go from Vancouver to Ridgefield. We're 13 minutes away, you know, having started a couple minutes earlier. But just to give you context, downtown Vancouver, which is literally right across the river from Portland, the Vancouver waterfront, all the amenities and things to do in Portland, but you're literally within, like you said, less than 20 minutes away, and arguably like a whole different feel, if you will.
Right, and that's one of the objections I get when I ask people, like, well, have you considered Ridgefield? And they're like, well, we don't want to be that far away. And I'm like, it's 15 minutes to get to downtown Vancouver, which is literally the farthest south you can go in the entire state of Washington. You're going to be 25 minutes from the airport.
And arguably, like anywhere I've ever lived, I've lived further in other cities I'm talking about. I've lived further than 15 minutes away from downtown.
Right.
So the fact that you could be this close as this city and this area continues to expand and flourish and develop, you're kind of right in there.
So yeah, I think that's a really good point about just, it's farther out, but it's closer in than most other suburban areas. So maybe for, like, if you live in Vancouver, Ridgefield might seem far away, but if you're coming from an area like Texas, where Texas metro areas, you can literally take an hour to get across the metro area. You know, for the general Southwest Washington area to be 15 minutes away is not bad.
And I'm laughing because we always have this discussion with our clients who come in to visit from bigger cities, California, for example, LA, and like right now I'm doing the speed limit, just over 63 miles an hour. So I'm laughing because I'm sure if I was flying, we'd get there a minute or two earlier. But one of the cool things that we like about living here is that the pace of life, the energy, the vibe is just much more relaxed. So we literally just over the weekend we met with some folks and they were saying how they had to kind of recalibrate their driving to something more kind of calm down.
Yeah. Oh, darn it.
What?
I wanted to flip the camera around so I could show them St. Helens, but now we're already like crested the hill, so you can't see it. I was looking at the camera, which is over here, and I just saw St. Helens like out of my peripheral vision.
What you guys will see when we do when we post the driving tour, which is being recorded.
Yes, absolutely recording right now.
So you see that, but you can probably flip back and forth.
Yeah, but by the time I did, the view is gone, because that's a good problem to have. There's so many trees. I'll show you where we are.
Yeah, most people can't believe like this is our Interstate 5. So the Interstate 5 takes you from where to where?
From Mexico to Canada.
Right, but it's like this area is just so treed and forest-like.
Twist my wrist to turn the camera. There we go. So this is the highway. Alright, turn it back around. Okay.
So you get a lot of interest lately in Ridgefield.
Mm-hmm.
It's a compelling alternative to some other very popular and kind of spendy areas now, right?
Yeah. So you have some, I don't know if I would call it like affordable housing, but some new construction homes that I sold in May that were, they're in the low 400s. And then you have everything up to $1 million semi-custom and fully custom properties. There's similar, like also that we talked about on our live stream in Camas yesterday, that high-end new construction company is developing those 5-acre lots in Ridgefield. They have a similar development in Camas. So they have basically 2 developments, one in Ridgefield and one in Camas, that are building luxury custom 5-acre lot homes, and those will probably be $1 million to $1.5 million. So it kind of runs the gamut. What you don't have a ton of in Ridgefield right now are apartments.
Which a lot of people love the idea of, right? A lot of
that there's not apartments. Yeah, I mean they'll definitely build some. Like I saw some under construction, and I think there's one off of Pioneer, but it's very home, like what do you call it? Single family home dominant. There's very few attached homes. I haven't seen any duplexes, especially in the new construction areas. So very detached single family style homes is what you're going to see most commonly. What else can we say about Ridgefield? It has a very cute, like quaint feeling to it. So if you're looking for something that feels like a small town, but is close to, like Vancouver is not even the big city. Vancouver is like a suburban town that has all of the suburban amenities you would expect.
Vancouver, as of today, is the 4th largest city in the state of Washington at about 180,000. So less than 200,000 people. We're the 4th largest city. But you're right, Ridgefield is a very quaint kind of hometown feeling to it, yes. Which a lot of people really appreciate versus some of the newer development and kind of shiny things, if you will.
And I see several people in here, so if you're hanging in there with us while we're struggle streaming, could you drop a like on the video and make sure you're subscribed?
Let's touch thumbs.
So we just crossed over into Ridgefield. We just passed Salmon Creek, so that's how fast things are moving.
Also, as you approach, the speed limit rises from 60 to 70. So you'll see probably cars passing me a lot more. I would stay at 60 just so it's a little quieter here, I guess.
Yeah. So yeah, that quaint feel, like the downtown area in Ridgefield is really, it feels like a small old town. It's like 2 streets basically, and there's a library and this really adorable hardware shop that sells all sorts of things, even beyond hardware, like trinkets, and I bought a mug from there that's really cute. There's St. Helens again, and now the trees are covering it again. It has...
I'll tell you, I really didn't know about St. Helens before we moved here. Like, I was really ignorant to it, so is that spy worthy?
Yeah,
because the eruption of St. Helens in the 80s affected this region, but it also is the reason for some of the cool things we enjoy now, like our red wines.
Yeah.
Some of the ash fallout. Maybe.
Yeah, I think that would be worth it to do. Like, we should go visit and do the guided tour and put that on YouTube. All right, I'm going to turn the camera on and hope that you guys can see St. Helens. Oh, I can zoom. No, too many hills and trees. Okay. I tried. We'll have to show you another time. But just know it's there.
Trust me, it's there.
So yeah, if you like, let's go back to why would you live in Ridgefield? If you don't want to be like directly in Vancouver, which is also rapidly growing, becoming a lot more dense. So if you're looking for a little bit more space and you like new construction communities, you like a small quaint town, but you're with 25 minutes from the airport. One of the other reasons people really like Ridgefield is the schools, reputation-wise. I hear from people that that's one of the reasons that they consider Ridgefield versus Camas. So that's something to consider if you have children. I also have clients that live there that don't have kids in the home, they have adult children, and one of the reasons that they moved there was because my client is a nurse that works night shift, and she wanted to be somewhere that was away from the highways and quiet and peaceful so that she could sleep during the day, and they've definitely gotten that out of their experience.
Also, if you're of the mind where you like new construction, just because of the expanse of Ridgefield and the low population, your best chance of finding a new construction is definitely going to be in Ridgefield versus some of the other parts of Greater Vancouver.
Yeah, that's a good point for sure.
Yeah. Also, I want to commend, because again, we're still learning about Ridgefield. It's funny, when we first moved here, the idea of driving out to Ridgefield seemed like a foreign concept, but through helping people relocate and becoming a more and more popular destination, we're learning it. But what I was going to say, I really admire how this city seems like it's developing. Like
that's such a good point.
Their vision, thinking ahead a little bit. Like the city we moved from in California. It's like they were moving faster than the city could handle.
And the city was allowing development to happen faster than they would expand the roads or deal with traffic or any of the congestion problems.
Turn around, because we're actually about to exit the highway. So we're going to exit I-5 off onto Pioneer Street, which is, I guess, one of the main exits for Ridgefield, correct?
Correct. Sorry about the crooked camera, guys. We'll figure out this gimbal situation. At least our dash cam is going to be recording straight. And actually, at the top of the exit is it's a great view of I was about to say Mount Hood, but St. Helens. But you can't see Mount Hood from here. I've seen from this little overpass on the exit, I've seen 3 mountains on a clear day: St. Helens, Adams, and Hood, all at the same time. But yeah, that's a really great point, that the city's doing a really good job with development. Also exciting news is that right there off the exit here, there are rumors, development plans that Costco is coming to Ridgefield.
Which should tell you a lot about the anticipated growth of this area.
Yes, let's see, can you see it? Can you see it? Oh, there it is. Do you see it over there? No, you really can't see it. There it is. There's St. Helens.
Turn it around, because I want to show them something else that's really cool we just discovered.
Zoom out. This is a challenge.
We just don't know how to work it.
It's a challenge when you don't know how to work it.
So we're turning
to
around.
our lighting? Oh, sorry. Turn it around. I thought you meant to us.
No. So we're entering downtown Ridgefield. To the right here, this field is supposedly where Costco is going to go into. So I'm assuming it'll become a whole center. But if you could go, we also learned that Ridgefield apparently is the home of U-Haul trailers. So I don't know if you can see the sign.
Welcome to Ridgefield.
Welcome to Ridgefield, the birthplace of U-Haul.
U-Haul.
And it still says population is 6,800.
Yeah, I think it's closer to 8,000 now.
Wow.
But I do have to make a small correction, because this is not downtown.
Well, I saw a sign just a second ago. So maybe it used to be downtown Ridgefield. I don't know.
No, the Ridgefield downtown is at the end of Pioneer Street.
I know that now, but the sign I just saw said downtown Ridgefield. Maybe it was Arrow. I don't know. Whatever.
So,
not a big deal. So we're coming to the first stop on our Ridgefield driving tour, which is where?
The Ross Hours, which is the main grocery store and the only like full service grocery store in Ridgefield.
So on the left here, you'll see kind of one of the first retail developments. You have your banks, your fast food places, doctor's office, physical therapy.
You can see it's all nice and new and clean. And so on one side you've got like Mod Pizza and Taco Bell and Starbucks and all these things, and then on the other side it's just green space basically. Is that, oh, that corner is actually for sale.
Oh, let's buy it. So your Jeep has been going around a circle back down.
Yeah, I want you to go into the, like, so that people can see the shopping center.
Okay.
No.
I just said I'm following the thing.
Oh.
I can turn into the shopping center.
So we're gonna have to go because we need to figure this out so we can get you a proper driving tour. But we wanted to go live as we were starting it, so we fulfilled that. Hope this wasn't too painful.
Mm-hmm. And we'll have about 5 or 6 stops on here, things that we think are important to know.
Oh, this thing has a mind of its own.
About Ridgefield.
And I don't know how to control it.
Where's Ross Hours at?
Turning in here. Turn. Okay, we gotta go.
Wait, so just the other thing that you just so let's go around is a roundabout, which Ridgefield, again, city planning, I give them kudos because they were really smart about it. So lots of roundabouts, very little traffic lights and congestion.
All right, bye guys.
See you.
As it goes somewhere else that I didn't intend to.